Good morning, students. Now we have completed the three different laws given by Gregor Mendel. These are law of dominant, law of independent assortment, and law of segregation of character. In the dihybrid, or in the, we can say, law of dominance, we know that the characters which are dominant, they express in the F1 generation. जे पहिल्या पिढीमध्ये येतात त्यांना डॉमिनंट असं म्हणतात, नंतरच्या पिढीमध्ये येतात त्यांना आपण रिसेसिव्ह असं म्हणत असतो. देन वी हॅड कंप्लीटेड टू लॉज ऑल्सो. लॉ ऑफ सेग्रिगेशन ऑफ कॅरेक्टर. In the F1 generation, when the gametes are formed, the gametes forms independently, they cannot mixes. Then law of segregation of character, not only the genes but the characters also get separate. This is the third law of the Gregor Mendel. But there are certain changes occur in the further study. They are called neo-Mendelism later on. These are the derivations or the some changes which are produced. They are studied separately after the Mendel work, and they are given in the genetics. Now we are studying today the gene interaction. Interaction, mixing or something character, they making effect one on the another. These are the gene interaction. These are the phenotypic expression of a gene. The phenotypic expression of a gene can be studied, and these are in the modified form. There are two types. Gene interactions, they are the phenotypic expression. These are of the two types. Number one is called as intergenic interaction, and number second is intragenic interaction. What is intergenic interaction? That occurs between the alleles of same gene. When the interaction takes place between the alleles of the same gene. What is allele? It is a pair of alternating character present on the loci on the chromosome. When a pair of alternating character present on the loci, it is called as allele or allelomorph. Now what is the loci? It is a typical distance from the centromere. Now we are studying here intragenic interaction. It occurs between the alleles of the same gene. The interaction or reaction or the change takes place between the alleles of the same gene. What is allele? It is a pair present on the loci. These are the segment of DNA. Now there are again two types: incomplete dominance and codominance. The name itself indicates incomplete dominance and codominance. We are going to study the intragenic interaction. Whenever the interaction takes place between the alleles of the same gene, they are incomplete dominance and codominance. We can study here separately. The second bit, intragenic or non-allelic interaction. Non-allelic means it occurs in the alleles of the different gene. It occurs in the alleles of the different gene present on the same or different chromosome. It may be present on the same or different chromosome. These are pleiotropy, polygene, epistatis, supplementary or complementary genes. We also study all these bits separately. So firstly, phenotypic expression of a gene are modified. There are two types. One is intragenic interaction, takes place between the alleles of the same gene. When the interaction takes place between the alleles of the same gene, it is two types: incomplete dominance and codominance. In the intragenic interaction, these are two subtypes. Number one is incomplete dominance, second is the codominance. We can study it later on one by one. Then the second intragenic, this is non-analytic interaction. It takes place between the alleles of the different gene present on same or different chromosome. It takes place between the alleles of the genes, different genes present on the same or different chromosome. The examples are pleiotropy, polygene, epistates, supplementary and complementary gene. Now today we can study here the intragenic interaction, means it occurs between the alleles of the same gene. These are two types. Number is incomplete dominance and second one is the codominance. What are these reactions? What is incomplete dominance? Both gene pairs expresses partially. One gene cannot suppress the expression of other gene. Means both are expressing similarly, but one cannot suppress the character of other in the F1 generation. An intermediate color is found there. One example is given, that is called as the Mirabilis jalapa. That is called as Gulbaksha in the Marathi. It is herb. Plants are classified according to their phenotypic expression also. When they grow near the ground surface, these are the herbs. When they becomes a taller 5-10 feet, they are shrub, and the taller one they are the tree. So Mirabilis jalapa, it is a small sized plant. It having two colors in the flower. Which are these colors? See here, Mirabilis jalapa. Gulbaksh, it is called in Marathi as Gulbaksh. त्याला दोन प्रकारची फुले येतात, लाल आणि पांढऱ्या रंगाची फुलं. पण ज्यावेळेस त्यांचा क्रॉस होतो तर क्रॉसच्या मध्ये आपल्याला पहिल्या पिढीमध्ये F1 जनरेशनच्या मध्ये आपल्याला इंटरमिडिएट कलर सापडतो. तो लालही सापडत नाही आणि व्हाईट नाही, तो पिंक कलर आपल्याला सापडतो. अ सेपरेट appearance of the color or expression of the color we will find, and this is called as both gene pairs express partially. One gene cannot suppress the expression of other gene. एक जीन दुसऱ्याच्या कॅरेक्टरला सप्रेस करत नाही, दोन्हीही एक्सप्रेस होतात आणि त्या ठिकाणी एक सेपरेट इंडिव्हिज्युअल तयार होतो. तो पिंक कलरचा असतो. when the F1 generation is selved, capital R small r crossed with the capital R small r, we will find that the gametes capital R small r capital R small r. In the checkerboard, when we kept it, when one male one female, we will get capital R capital R capital R small r capital R small r small r and the small r. Now what are the genotypic and phenotypic ratios? Genotypic ratio, one red, two pink color capital R small r capital R small r, one white color, that is a small r, and the phenotypic expression also the similar 1:2:1. What is 1:2:1? One red, two pink and one white. So this is the incomplete dominance. Not the parent color appears, but the intermediate color appears here. Example is Mirabilis jalapa. See here, both the gene pair expresses partially. One gene cannot suppress the expression of other gene. दोघांच्या मधून एक इंटरमिडिएट कलर मिळतो. रेड आणि व्हाईट क्रॉस केल्याच्या नंतर पिंक कलर आपल्याला अपीअर झालेला मिळतो. आणि जेव्हा आपण याला सेल्फिंग मध्ये जातो F1 च्या, आपल्याला कॅपिटल R स्मॉल r क्रॉस मध्ये कॅपिटल R स्मॉल r, we will get the gametes capital R and small r, and in checkerboard when we keep it, that is we will get capital R ratio is 1, that is the total red. Then the capital R small r pink colored two individuals and one pure dark small r, that is the white color. Genotypic and phenotypic ratio 1:2:1. This is the incomplete dominance. Now we can study here the another example called as the codominance. Both alleles or pairs expresses equally in the F1 generation. दोन्ही जे काही जीन्स आहेत ॲलिल्स आहेत ते कॅरेक्टर आपल्याला इक्वल प्रपोर्शनच्या मध्ये पहिल्या पिढीमध्ये मिळतात F1 जनरेशनच्या मध्ये. आपल्याला त्याचं एक एक्झाम्पल या ठिकाणी पाहता येतं. दॅट इज द कोट कलर इन द हेअर, म्हणजे जनावरांच्या मध्ये सापडणारा त्याच्या हेअर्सचा कलर हा एक त्याचं एक्झाम्पल म्हणून पाहिलेलं आहे. वेन द रेड कलर हेअर्स, लाल रंगाचे केस असणाऱ्या कॅटल्सचा जेव्हा क्रॉस होतो व्हाईट कलर्ड हेअर असणाऱ्या दुसऱ्या कॅटलच्या सोबत, दॅट इज द जीनोटाइप कॅपिटल आर क्रॉस विथ द कॅपिटल डब्ल्यू. One is female and one is considered as male, and the cross is made. The gametes are capital R and capital W. In the F1 generation, capital R and capital W. roan color म्हणजे लाल रंगामध्ये पांढरे किंवा पांढऱ्या रंगामध्ये लाल हेअर्सचे पॅचेस आपल्याला त्या कॅटलच्या मध्ये पहिल्या पिढीमध्ये मिळतात. बाय सर्विंग द F1 will get the capital R, capital W and capital R, capital W. The gametes are capital R and capital W, capital R and capital W. We'll get the F1, F2 generation, capital R, female, that is the red color. Capital R and small r, that is the roan color. आपण गावाकडच्या भाषेमध्ये गवळा कलर असं म्हणतो. लाल मध्ये पांढरा किंवा पांढऱ्यामध्ये लाल हेअर कलर्स असणं. Then the capital R, small w, that is the male, and small w, that is also the male. It is white color. So what we get here, it is 1 red is to 2 roan is to 1 white. So both the genes, or we can say both the alleles expresses equally in the F1 generation, and that is called as the codominance. Co means collectively, both are expressing equally in the F1 generation. The phenotypic ratio is 1 red is to 2 roan is to 1 white, and the similar type of phenotype also will get in the F2 generation. So what we are studying today, that is the gene interaction, that is the phenotypic expression of the gene is modified. Both type intragenic occur between the alleles of the same gene, and the intragenic occurs in the alleles of the different gene present on the same or different chromosome. So in the intragenic we had completed two. One, incomplete dominance, means when the red plant is crossed, red colored flower plant is crossed with the white one. In the intermediate color in F1 generation, that is the pink color will appear. When the F1 is self-crossed, then we will get the 1 red, 2 pink and 1 white color. Here the codominance means both the alleles or pairs expresses equally. The example is cattle color, red hair color, cattle crossed with the white colored hair cattle will get in F1 roan intermediate color, because both expresses equally, and when they are crossed, when F1 cross selfed, will find here 1 red, 2 roan and 1 white colored cattle. Thank you.